Silver Bar Stacker, folks. I hope everybody's doing well and enjoying their Stack Pack Sunday. That's right, folks. It's Stack Pack Sunday, and we've got a nice big pile of vintage in front of here that's going to be up for grabs on today's Stack Pack drop. But before we get into the details about how this week's Stack Pack Sunday drop works, we're going to have to tend to some other business as well. We've got a couple outgoing orders I wanted to take a quick look at, and then we also have to tend to all of our Fractional Friday entrants who took part in this past Friday's Fractional Friday SBS drop. And that, folks, was a sold out drop. It was a very, very popular drop, and it sold out within just a day or two. And so we're going to be drawing 7 unique entrants from this week's Fractional Friday SBS drop from the infamous SBS pillowcase. And so that's definitely an order of business that I'd like to tend to right after we go over this Stack Pack Sundays SBS. I guess you could call it a drop or kind of like a sale, right? And so the way that this Stack Pack Sundays sale or drop is going to work is basically it's going to be kind of like a vintage bar and round drop, right? So it's basically kind of like you see kind of a sampling of the bars or rounds. These are all 1 ounce bars and rounds. So you see kind of a little sampling of something that you might end up with for this week's drop. And there's actually a limit of 10 units per person for this stack pack drop. So I'm trying not to limit things. I want people to be able to stack within, their limits. If somebody's not trying to just stack one and they kind of stack 10 ounces at a time, then I want to accommodate that. But I also don't want to force somebody to stack 10 ounces when they may only have the budget for a single ounce. And so that's how this week's stack pack drop is going to work. It's all going to be within your comfort zone, right? You're going to have a flat unit rate for each of the ounces of silver. These are mostly vintage silver. You got some TD Bank generics in here as well, kind of mixed in, but for the most part you're going to get some of the nice items that are featured on our website and even some that are not featured on our website. And these are all mostly vintage pieces, each weighing in at 1 troy ounce, right? And so we're going to have a $35 a unit stack pack drop where you're allowed to order up to 10 units. And let's say you order 5 units, right? Well, you're going to be guaranteed to get 5 unique pieces, right? You're not going to just get 5 prospector rounds, for example. You're not going to just get 5 chunky stackers, right? We're not going to just give you 5 TD Bank bars. You could only get 1 TD Bank bar. You could only get 1 EMC logo Engelhard bar, right? You might get an EMC logo bar and then maybe like a landscape Engelhard bar, right? That's a possibility, but you wouldn't get 2 of these same bar types, right? You might get a Swiss of America round and another Swiss of America round. You might get 2 different Swiss of America rounds, 1 flat, 1 chunky, right? But you wouldn't get 2 chunky, you wouldn't get 2 flat Swiss of America rounds. And so that's the way it works, right? If you want to just have a random assignment of a random vintage piece, just a single one, go for a single unit, right? You get a single unit, and who knows, maybe you'll end up with, boom, a Hoffman and a Hoffman unicorn round, and that's just the only piece that you get. Maybe you want to stack a little bit heavier, and so you say, hey, I'm going to go for 3 ounces. Well, if you go for 3 ounces, then we may end up giving you a Sunshine Mining bar, an Engelhard bar, and a Swiss of America flat round, right? Boom. That might end up being what happens. Now, if you want to end up going for 10 full ounces, you want to just max out this deal because you think that, wow, this is a pretty decent deal, $35, and I might end up with some of these super premium items. Yeah, I'm going to go all in, and I'm going to get 10. Well, then guess what's going to end up happening? Well, then you're going to end up with one of these, 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 right? And then one of these, and then one of these. I don't even know how many this is so far, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? There you go. There's your SBS drop, 10 of them. Okay, and then these we'll give out to some other people. Then we'll get some more. Then we'll get some more vintage. Right? So that's kind of how the stack pack drop works. If you want to take part, you're allowed. Each household, each user account is able to get up to 10 units per person, and it's $35 per ounce for that unit. So I thought this would be kind of an interesting drop. I've been meaning to get kind of like a random design vintage 1 ounce round or bar listing up on the website, and so we're not going to always have that sort of a listing, I don't think, at $35 an ounce, but I would like to get a listing like that up for people who kind of want just like a mystery assortment, right? People like the random design stuff because those usually come at a slightly lower premium, right? And you kind of, it's kind of a surprise as what you get. So I always kind of like the random design listings personally. I like the secondary market listings personally. So I like that to be kind of like the primary listing on each of the different pages on the website. I think that would be something that people would be interested in. That's what I'm interested in. I love buying secondary market or random design stuff because I like the mystery stuff. And I know people on the website do too, because we have a mystery box listing up on the website, and when we first listed that, it was extremely popular. We nearly sold out all mystery boxes that we put up. And so the way that had worked was that there was you could get anything between 1 item to 10 items in that mystery box, and those items could weigh in at a gram each to an ounce each, right? So you could, so for this mystery box, it was $35. Now we've got a $45 mystery box up on the website, but before, the one that kind of sold out, it was a $35 mystery box, and some people ended up just getting a gram of silver. So it's kind of like, oh, that's a ripoff, but no, it was a highly collectible gram of silver worth more than $35 on the open market. And then some individuals ended up getting like 10 pieces of silver, like they might have gotten 10 grams. Some individuals ended up getting like a full ounce of something else, like they might have just gotten a nice Engelhard bar for $35, right? So the mystery box is just kind of like something kind of curated by SBS that we kind of put together for you, and it's worth about $35. Sometimes it's worth more actually than that. For us, it costs us about close to $30, right? The $35 to put that box together. Now we have a $45 mystery box up, so that costs us close to $45 to put together, and you would be getting about $45 worth of value, but you don't know what you would get. So I kind of like that idea of having kind of like a mystery box or a random design mystery item secondary market type of listing, because people can save $1 or $2 on the premium, and then they also get a little bit of a surprise. So it's kind of like a win-win situation. And for us, it's kind of cool because, we've got a lot of different stuff. So for us, it's fun to put these things together. And for us, it's cool because, you got a lot of stuff that you're selling. And so sometimes you might have some stuff just sitting out there and you're just kind of wanting to get rid of it just because of your OCD purposes. And so it's kind of nice to just be like, oh yeah, well, this person just ordered 5 additional vintage pieces, just give it to them, So anyways, that's how this week's stack pack drop works. Let's go ahead and get into the drawing for the Fractional Friday. I'm super duper excited about that. So let's go ahead and get right into that. Let's set some of these bars and rounds aside so they are not disturbing us, and then we'll get right into the drawing. Now over here we've got some stuff that's outgoing. We got the serialized stack pack line for the Engelhard bars. This is SBS 004-005. That means this is the 5th serialized Engelhard bar stack pack that is sold. It contains all the information on here, and so this one is outgoing. We're going to be shipping this one out first thing tomorrow. Well, actually tomorrow is a holiday, but Tuesday I think the packages are going to be going out. We've got some of these beautiful toned up hand poured skulls that we got some orders in for this weekend, and so we're going to be sending a couple of these beautiful fractional rounds out. And we got some full year fractional prospector sets. These were on special on a flash sale this past weekend, so we got a couple people who were able to take advantage of that, so we got these outgoing as well. So this was on a nice flash sale this past weekend for $300 for the full year set. Now they're back to the normal sale price. But that was really good. That was really good for some savvy stackers to be able to take advantage of that flash sale. So now, when it comes to this drop, we of course haven't done a actual drop in quite a while. So it's going to be fun to do this one, and it looks like I've actually written the numbers on the sticky side. So let's go ahead and rewrite these numbers and make sure that I'm doing these, keeping the same number on both sides so that it doesn't get confusing. So we got number 7. Let's go ahead and put number 7 over here. Then we got number 6 We got number 5. And so these are actually all the unique entrants that took part in this past Friday's Fractional Friday drop. And so it was actually a limit, unlike this Sunday's drop, where it's like you can get 10 units per person. This stack pack drop was limited. Just so we could give everybody a fair shot, this stack pack drop was limited because there was only 7 stack packs, so we limited it to 1 per person. Shoot, I messed something up here. 6, 5. Let's make some new ones. I don't want to mess anything up here. So 4. 3. Oh my gosh, I keep writing it on the sticky side. 3. Here we go. 2. And number. Oh, I wish I could write. I wish I could write. That would be really nice. 1. Okay. That took a lot longer than it should have. So now, if you recall, this week's Fractional Friday drop, there's one stack pack that contains gold in it. Gold. Pure 999 gold. This is 0.73 grams of 0.999 gold, and it also contains 3 fractionals. So these fractionals, these silver fractionals that you see, it's a 10th ounce Buffalo, a 10th ounce Scarsdale coin, and a 1 gram generic prospector round. And so each person is going to be guaranteed those 3 fractional silver rounds, but only 1 lucky person is going away with this ultra grand prize. I actually originally thought, when I had done this stack pack drop, I originally thought this was a piece of 585 gold, and I only thought it was half a gram, but it's actually 0.73 grams and 999 gold. So that's the reason that this stack pack drop sold out crazy fast, because it was only a $20 drop. So that's like, if you end up with getting that gold, that's a crazy deal. That's a crazy deal. I've never seen that amount of gold for that cheap. Like, that's just not a thing. But that's, yeah, so that's going to be interesting. So let's go ahead and grab the SBS pillowcase out, right? And the way that this is going to work is we're going to, first of all, shuffle the heck out of these cards. And then we're going to be going in the order that the people have purchase their things, their slots. So number 1 is the first person that secured an SBS Fractional Friday drop slot. So they're going to be the first person that's going to have their stack pack drawn out of this pillowcase, and then we'll go on to number 2, number 3, and all the way up to number 7. The last person who swooped in at the very end and grabbed that last slot, you know, they're going to be getting the last stack pack that we draw out of this pillowcase. And that's how it works. You just, in all fairness, you got to just keep things in the order and also keep things out of order, right? That's how you keep things fair. Keep things out of order, keep things in order. Okay, so let's put these stack packs inside the infamous pillowcase, and let's go ahead and give it a nice shuffle. We can even close this up and give it an extra nice shuffle. Let's go ahead and do one of these. Okay, so now we've done that, and now we're gonna open up this pillowcase ever so slightly while keeping it still slightly sealed. And the way that this works, folks, for those who are new to the channel, is we always grab the first 2 lucky fingertips and we go in for a swift grab, basically, is what happens here. So we're going to go in for a swift grab, and whatever comes out first, boom, is what it is. And so number 1, unfortunately, did not secure the gold. Number 1 did not secure the gold. That's okay. They can't all be winners. You know, there's only a roughly 15% chance that you would get the gold. So everybody who went into this knew that, you know, there's an 85% chance I'm going to end up with one of these. So I'm sure they're not ultra disappointed to find out that, you know, they didn't win the gold. So number 2 is going to require 2 lucky fingertips. We're going to grab whatever we can. Boom. And is there gold in here? I don't believe so. No. We've got another silver draw. Okay, so number 2, numero dos, is unfortunately not lucky enough to grab the gold. All right, number 3. Do you think we should grab 3 lucky fingertips? I think it's only fitting. that we grab 3 lucky fingertips. So let's go ahead and shake this up, and let's find an opening, and let's make sure that this can be done in one swift grab. So we got 3 lucky fingertips going in for a grab, and boom. No, there's no gold, folks. There's no gold. So number 1, number 2, number 3, I'm sorry, folks, you weren't able to do it, but we do have 4 lucky fingertips on standby here. So let's go ahead and see what we can do here. Let's see if number 4 can use 4 lucky fingertips to work some magic. Okay, let's see. Boom! No. Unfortunately, number 4 is not lucky enough. This is pretty crazy. We've gone through over half of them now, and nobody has drawn the gold yet. So let's see. Number 5 is up next to bat. I don't even know if it's possible to draw with 5 lucky fingertips, but we're going to have to try. 5 lucky fingertips going in for the draw. Boom! Number 5 is it. Number 5 is it. Boom! Number 5 is it. There it is, folks. George Washington, $25 commemorative, 999 fine gold, 0.73 grams for number 5. Lucky number 5 is the winner for Fractional Friday. I'm very, very proud of you, sir and or ma'am, and I'm really happy for you as well. A beautiful coin here. And again, if you want to take a look at the certificate of authenticity, I'm not going to be able to provide this with you because I got one more of these that I wanted to keep with the certificate of authenticity, but check this out. It's the world's smallest gold coins, certificate of authenticity, and it's a little nice George Washington commemorative coin. Very cool. So that about wraps it up, folks. We know what number 6 and number 7 are going to be getting. There's only 2 stack packs left, and they're both silver. So number 5 is a grand prize winner of, the 0.73 gram gold coin, 999 gold, plus 3 silver fracks, and we got a lot of awesome other entrants who were very supportive of this week's stack packs Fractional Friday drop. And so I really appreciate you all. If anybody is interested in taking advantage of our little bit of a Stack Pack Sunday flash sale, I would call it, feel free to take advantage of that. You're able to grab anywhere as low as 1 unit for $35 an ounce, as high as 10 units for $35 an ounce. And again, each unit that you purchase is going to be a unique piece, right? So you're not going to get 2 Hoffman and Hoffman rounds. You're not going to get 2 prospect rounds. You're not going to get 2 chunky stackers. If you order 3, you'll get some combination of 3 pieces, right? So happy stacking. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, and I hope you have a wonderful holiday tomorrow. Cheers. Wow.